Hi guys, welcome to this video. I want to introduce myself first in case you've just come across me and you have no idea who I am. My name is Melanie. I am a health and fitness coach and I teach women online how to love their body no matter where they are in their journey, to lose fat and also to not lose their mind during the process. And that last one's really key for me, and that's kind of what I want to get into today, because when you start out trying to, if you are, let's take weight loss as the example, when you're starting out and you want to lose weight, whether you have 5 pounds, 50 pounds or 100 pounds to lose, it can be really confusing. There's so much information out there, and right now I'm giving you more information, but it can be really confusing because you read it in magazines, you see it on the TV, you read it in books, you go to a bookstore now and there are so many books in that lifestyle, health and fitness section. Celebrities are doing diets, there are videos, there are things on Instagram and Facebook, and it's always on there, and it's like, how do I take all this information and put it together in a really useful way that I can start seeing results? So today I want to give you 3 tips that you can actually put into action right now. But they're things that I've learned over the years, over the past 6 years since I started really taking my health seriously. And I want to be able to help you guys in a way that's going to actually get you results and not drive you insane, because nobody needs more stress than we already have, right? So the first tip that I'm going to give you is that I want you to think about your habits. I actually want you to think about your habits instead of goals. So what I like to look at is these little things that we maybe do every day that perhaps aren't as healthy as they could be. So, okay, what did I used to do 6 years ago that was really unhealthy? I drank a lot of soda. It was diet soda, but it was still soda. And that was one of the habits that I changed. I stopped drinking soda, and I haven't had soda in many years. I haven't had diet soda or any soda in about 5 years, very long time. It was something that I could easily change. It didn't really cost me anything. It actually ended up being cheaper because I only drink water now, but it was healthy. And whilst perhaps I don't visually see the health benefits, my body definitely has had the health benefits of me giving up soda. So I'm not necessarily saying you have to give up soda. It will be whatever little thing, one tiny small habit that you can change. And once you change that habit and you commit to it, do it for 3 weeks. Because in 3 weeks, 21 days, 3 weeks, you can do anything for 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, you will notice that it becomes part of your lifestyle. It no longer becomes stressful. The first few days, it might be difficult. It's going to suck, especially like me, if you drink soda all the time. For me, it really sucked because it was like, this is really tough. I want to give up. I want to go back and have a Diet Coke. So I ask you to look at your habits, because your habits are what create long-term results. And I get all my clients to look at this, because I really think if you're where I was, say 6 years ago, I was really unhealthy and overweight. Changing everything will become incredibly overwhelming. The likelihood is that you will feel overwhelmed, you will feel too much pressure, and you might give up really quickly and go back to everything that you were doing that was unhealthy. So take it one step at a time. One habit for 3 weeks. Just take one habit, one small thing. It might take you 3 weeks to figure out what the habit's going to be, but just do one thing, okay? That's all I ask, one thing, and let me know what that one thing is. I want to hear, what's that one habit that you think you could change that's maybe affecting your results, and perhaps you're actually already in the middle of your journey. Perhaps you've already lost a lot of weight, or perhaps you've already lost all of the weight you wanted to lose, but maybe you just don't feel as healthy as you thought you would. Review your habits. What are you doing? You could do it in a food journal. If you don't do a food journal, if you don't track, do one for 14 days and see what thing keeps coming up that's maybe affecting your health or your results. The second thing that I want to ask you to do is to move more. Now, for some of you, you may already be moving a lot, and so therefore this one may be irrelevant, and I apologize. But for me, when I first started out, I wasn't moving. I sat down in my office. I had an office job. I sat down. I was incredibly sedentary. I didn't take the stairs at work. I got the lift. I hated walking anywhere. I can remember how much my feet and my legs would ache having to carry my body around when I had to walk anywhere. I remember how out of breath I would get walking to and from work from the bus station, which is literally like a 10-minute walk, and I would hate it. I would be exhausted. I would feel tired. I didn't see that as unhealthy because I was used to it. My body was used to it. So what I would suggest is moving more. You don't have to go running. You don't have to invest in a gym. Just moving your body more will actually give you more energy. A lot of times when we sit there and we're thinking, when we get that like mid-morning or mid-afternoon crash, you don't need sugar, which I see a lot of people using as an excuse to have chocolate or sweets or some kind of sweet treat. You don't need that. If you get up and move, you will create the energy you need. So that's the second thing, move more. So we've had habits and move more. The third thing is about mindset. I really want you guys to think about where you are in your journey, and perhaps you have some time to go. Perhaps you can't see the results. Perhaps for me, I was 250 pounds. I didn't really have a goal weight at that point. I just wanted to be slimmer. But as I lost weight, I then decided I had a clear weight that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to lose 100 pounds. And that's really, really scary. 100 pounds is a massive amount of weight to lose. I got very, very caught up in the are we there yet mindset. Are we there yet? When am I going to wake up and I'm going to be thin? How long is this going to take? When am I going to finally get there? When can I stop dieting? When can I finally be a size 10? When is this all going to end? Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that. It doesn't ever end. And I didn't see that. I got to my goal weight and then I was like, oh crap, I'm here. Now what do I do? I am not chasing a number anymore. How do I maintain? I don't know how to maintain my weight. I've never maintained my weight because for my entire life, I had either been losing weight or gaining weight. And all of a sudden I'm in this position where I was supposed to maintain. I didn't know how to do that. So what I would say is, rather than constantly focusing on whether you're there yet, focus on what you can do today. Focus on what you can do right now. Those habits and moving more are definitely part of that. Focus on what you can do right now to start giving you the results you need, or giving you the results today. And one of the things I also like to think about, this isn't a tip, I'm now into 4, is daily satisfaction. That's definitely something that I've started doing. Every day I stop and I think to myself for a moment, what have I done today that's been really, really satisfying? And I try to not make that about food. That's the really, really important thing, because 6 years ago, food would have been satisfying. Food would have been the only satisfying thing. Now, whilst food should be satisfying, it shouldn't be the thing that makes your day satisfying. So it could be your kid. It could be something you've done at work. It could be you walked a mile and that was really amazing because you hadn't done that before. It could be the fact that you started that habit. You've given up that one thing that maybe is affecting your health and you're really proud of yourself. That's satisfying. It's amazing because it's not easy. And that's why I'm trying to break it down into really simple sections that you can take away right now and go, hey, I can do this. It's not difficult. I can do it. It will take time. It will feel like shit. It will feel like it sucks because you've been doing it for so long. And the reason I say this is because I've been there. I know how it feels. I can totally understand. And I'm not perfect now. My body is far from perfect. My mindset is not always perfect. But I like to try and work on a way of achieving those results without stressing myself out. And that's why it's really important to take it one step at a time and not constantly focus on whether you're there yet. So you can kind of see how those 3 things go together. The habit may be nutritional, it may not be, but it's really, really good to look at your habits, even if you're actually in maintenance stage of your life. If you just want to maintain your weight, but you're trying to be healthy, those habits could still be affecting that. So it's definitely something to look at. Move more. As I said, if you're not moving at all, moving to some degree, and by that mean walking or whatever you want to do, that will be really, really fundamental in helping your health. And then stop worrying about whether you're there yet. And that is probably the biggest difficult. That's probably the most difficult one, because there's urgency. When we're overweight, there is an urgency to see results. We want to achieve it now. We want to wake up tomorrow and be slim. I used to dream about that. I'm going to actually tell you that right now. I just thought that I used to often think, lay in bed at night with my eyes closed and think, wouldn't it be amazing if I woke up tomorrow and I was slim? Wouldn't it be amazing if I woke up tomorrow and I was a size 10? Of course, it never happened. It never happened. It took a hell of a lot of hard work to get there. And it took a lot of this stuff, a lot of these struggles and this, confusion. But that's why I'm giving you these 3 steps, because it's a starting point. So I hope this video has been really helpful. Please, if you've got any questions, comment below in the comment section. If you've got any topics you'd like me to talk about, again, comment, send me a private message if you want, or email me. The email address is melanie@melanieknights.com. If you want to read more about my story, there are some blogs over on my website which tell you in greater detail about my journey. I'm currently in the process of writing part 4. It has been a long journey and there's been a lot to write about, so bear with me. But I will see you next week. Bye.